Bit of the show, and that's the roundtable discussion on the economic factor of 2022. Former National Land Commission Director Salome Munubi lost 18 million shillings after a judge ruled that they could not explain how they were holding such huge cash in their house. Dr. Munubi was seeking to recover the money which was confiscated from their house in Harambe Estate in 2017 by officials from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission who raided the home. This case and recovery of land belonging to the Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization, KALRO, valued at 1.2 billion shillings, forms part of the special series Graft Diaries, as produced and narrated by George Maringa.
In part 1 of Graft Diaries, we shine a spotlight on recovery of land belonging to KALRO, which had been illegally acquired by grabbers. Demonstrations and protests had been the order of the day in Naivasha from the year 2016, as students from the Dairy Training Institute and workers from the Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization KALRO took to the streets over alleged grabbing of their land by members of Isahakia community. One businessman, a foreigner, was being investigated in connection with the irregular acquisition of the over 800 acres of land that belonged to KALRO. The land, which was valued at 1.2 billion shillings, was at the time under cut flour production for the export market. The anti-graft agency initiated investigations to look for the foreign investor alleged to have illegally acquired the parcels of land. And even as it emerged that there was a pending court case over some parcels of land, the Commission revoked the title deeds of some parcels through an alternative dispute resolution mechanism. Working in collaboration with the Ministry of Lands and the National Lands Commission with a view to fast-track investigations and hand back what belongs to the government. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission eventually recovered 800 acres of land which belonged to KALRO. The recovery was seen as a major breakthrough since efforts to recover it had been frustrated by the grabbers. In the same breath, it all seemed to go well at the National Land Commission until May 2017, when suspicion was raised over suspicious financial activity by NLC Director Salome Munubi. Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission EACC received reports on Salome Munubi, and a team of forensic investigators moved in.
Around May of 2017, our advocates obtained a search warrant to search the premises of Dr. Salome Munubi. The search was conducted on 4th of May 2017. We recovered several items relating to the assets that she owns. And one of the key findings was that we recovered about 169,000 USD in cash and 1 million shillings in Kenya shillings. That's about 18.5 million.
It was a case of unexplained wealth, and the former land valuation director at the NLC was at pains to explain the origin of the money found in her house in the denominations of 170,000 US dollars and 1 million Kenya shillings.
The analysis of the legitimate sources of income against the monies that we found, and of course, if this was her money, it should have come from her bank account. There was no sign of withdrawal, there was no evidence of withdrawal of such monies from her bank account. Our advocates proceeded to court and filed a case of unexplained wealth.
On April 17, 2019, Munubi was arrested alongside several other NLC top officials and charged with conspiracy to commit economic crimes, money laundering, among other charges. 2.5 years later,
she was ordered to forfeit the entire sum of 18.5 million. The reason why we ask the courts for that proceeds of crimes are forfeited is so that we are taking profit out of crime. You know, all corruption and crimes are committed for financial gain. It's people don't do it for fun. So the reason we are asking that those proceeds or those assets be forfeited is so that it is there's no incentive anymore to commit any corruption. We are taking all the profit out of crime. So you are left with the criminal charges and you are left again with nothing.
In a judgment delivered on 8th April 2020 in EACC suit number 16 of 2018 of EACC versus Salome Munubi and two others, Justice Onyego found that Salome Munubi failed to explain the source of the money that had been retrieved in her house during the search on 4th May 2017.
Once the matter was concluded in court, then we extracted the decree and the money was banked into the Commission's asset recovery account, and then eventually it is forfeited to the state.
If properly used, the total 18.5 million shillings which had landed on the wrong hands can drill up to 9 boreholes. This figure includes the actual drilling and installation of pump at an average cost of 2 million shillings. All the money obtained fraudulently was recovered by EACC in what may be a puzzle solved in perhaps the shortest period of time, 2.5 years. George Maringa, KTN News.
Right.